we stay in the region. On July 7th, Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a decree allowing foreigners to serve in the Russian military during periods of mobilization. This decision expands Russia's recruitment efforts as it grapples with ongoing military needs in Ukraine. The decree extends beyond the previous rules, which only allowed foreign recruitment during a state of emergency or martial law. It also permits qualified specialists over the usual age limits to sign contracts with Russian intelligence agencies, such as the FSB or SVR. Moscow aims to recruit between 30,000 to 40,000 individuals per month using financial incentives and targeted campaigns. This move comes after the March 31st conscription of 160,000 men, the country's largest draft in 14 years. Though Russia insists conscripts are not sent to the front lines, however, reports from human rights groups suggest many conscripts are pressured into signing military contracts. Additionally, new laws allow Russian authorities to revoke citizenship from naturalized citizens who fail to comply with military registration. Despite the ongoing conflict, Russia has yet to declare martial law, relying instead on a mix of conscription and volunteer enlistment. Now we're joined by Ross Feingold for this discussion. Thank you, Ross, for staying with us. How significant is this fact that Russia decided to allow this and it's not considering, or maybe it's not declaring martial law?
The truth is, there have been foreigners recruited to fight for Russia since the war began. There's been plenty of reports about people from the developing world who thought they were going to be working in support functions for the Russian military, were actually sent to the front line to fight. And then it became very difficult for their families to repatriate their remains when they died fighting on behalf of Russia in the war. So it's not a surprise that Russia is going to step up its recruitment of foreigners or changing its regulations to facilitate the recruitment of a larger number of foreigners. And as you mentioned, Russia has had to draft in a larger number of conscripts than it has in the past. So it's clear that Russia is under some pressure. They've used large numbers of personnel. There's been lots of analysis that the Russian leadership doesn't seem to care how many casualties they incur on the battlefield. But to continue to use that as one of their strategies, they do need to continue to replenish the men who are lost to death or injury. So they need to continually have a personnel pipeline. And if they can't be assured of that domestically, then they're going to look to recruiting people from around the world. And most notably, they've had the North Korean contingent fighting on behalf of Russia. But now it seems that Russia has no choice but to expand its recruitment of soldiers of other nationalities. And these people are not doing it because they believe in the cause. They're only going to do it if they receive a financial inducement.
Thank you very much, Ross, for sharing that insight.